Hey there everyone! Today, I will try to reconnect with my old friends who live abroad and I'm so excited to meet them once again virtually. So let me call them first.
Hello, John.
Hello, Joms.
Hi! Nice to see you again girls virtually. Well, I can see those beautiful buildings in your place right now and I'm really hoping that I can visit your place soon.
We would love to, Joms. Aside from beautiful and stunning buildings and infrastructures, snow is about to begin, perhaps next month.
Yes, John. We know you love snow and you'll always ask for it in your country.
Where's the lie? Yes, of course. You know what? I really wanted to experience snow. And I'm so jealous because we are not under temperate bond just like yours.
But worry not, Joms. Today, we're going to tour you virtually and talk about one of the climate zones in the temperate zone, which probably you've never heard of or thought of it until now.
Everything seems so perfectly balanced. Summers are hot, winters are chilly, and there is a lot of rain. Isn't it amazing to live in a place like this? Thousands, if not millions, would agree with you. Because of all the climate zones on the planet, this is the one with the greatest concentration of highly developed cities around the world. And one more interesting fact is, it's the only climate zone on every inhabited continent on Earth. The China type, Southern United States type, or warm temperate eastern margin have all been given to this region. And we will name it in this tour series as the Humid Subtropical.
In this journey, it is important to note the temperate band where we can find most of the developed world. Between roughly 20 and 40 degrees latitude, the climate zone that prevails in this area near the equator is found on the eastern limits of all the main continents. And this is what we call the humid subtropical.
Jen, I have a question. Can you tell me more about that humid subtropical?
Okay, the abundance of rain, a hot and humid summer, with temperatures that approach the same with tropics, characterize the climate of humid subtropical.
So, wait. Is the climate of the humid subtropical same with that of the tropical zone?
Both are almost the same, but to establish a distinctive feature or characteristics which you cannot find to tropical zones is that humid subtropical zone has a cool winter where temperatures typically drop between 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. And did you know, Jones, that there are two types of this climate according to Köppen climate classifications?
Whoa! So, Jen, can you tell me what are those?
The first and most geographically widespread is the CFA, which experiences rain all year round. The second is CWA, has rain largely or exclusively throughout the summer, and it is known as the subtropical monsoon because of its similarities to the tropical monsoon, owing to its colder winter temperatures than its tropical cousin.
That's interesting. I see. So, do you know why this humid subtropical has this kind of climate? I mean, Can you tell me what are the determining factors affecting this climate of humid subtropical?
The reason why this seasonal variation occurs in humid subtropical is due to the increased latitude compared to the tropics. The sun is much closer to the horizon in the summer than it is in the winter. So sunlight reaches the earth at an angle, spreading its heat across a large region and diluting its potency. More so, since the regions with this kind of climate are located at the eastern side of the continents, oceans affect the climate of these regions, particularly the maritime tropical air masses. Now, these maritime air masses come from warm waters of the tropics. All these nearby water bodies of these locations have warm ocean currents which touch the coastline, thus heat and moisture is transferred onto its surroundings and land mass. That is why the regions have hot humid summers and mild winters.
So now I get it. Because there is this an article which I have read last week that the summer temperature of the regions with humid subtropical climate goes up to 26 degrees Celsius. And if I am to evaluate this apparent temperature, this is not hot enough, unlike to my country, which is the Philippines, that the summer temperature goes above 30 degrees Celsius. But of course, just what you have said, Krishey, a while ago, warm ocean currents from the tropics make the summer warm and humid.
Yes, you're right.
I have my question again. Okay, how about the weather systems occurring in the regions with humid subtropical climate? I mean, back in our country, in the Philippines, our country is being struck by approximately 20 typhoons a year. How about those regions with humid subtropical climate?
Here in humid subtropical climate region, we experience strong storms such as tornadoes and hurricanes. This happens when the colder northern air meets warm air. Not to mention the geographic settings of some of the regions with humid subtropical climates.
I see. How about the amount of precipitation do these regions with humid subtropical climate receive?
That's a great question. Most of humid subtropical areas receive about 48 inches of rain each year, and the rain falls throughout the year. The regular high temperatures quickly evaporate water, which cause humidity and more precipitation. In addition, the monsoon influence results in humid subtropical climate that has a clearly defined dry winter when air diverges from the Siberian anticyclone and the polar front, and the cyclone path are deflected around the region.
Yeah. Sorry for all the questions, girls, but to be honest, I'm gaining lots of information right now. And if I may, okay, I would like to add some information, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember it well, in the same article which I read last week, okay, that during winter season, the main weather feature is the mid-latitude cyclone, right? That's why winters are mild and precipitation during this winter season comes from these mid-latitude cyclones.
Definitely, Joms.
Let me guess. You are now wondering what kind of animals and vegetations you can find here in humid subtropical regions. Am I right, Joms?
How did you know that? Yeah, I know that these regions are occupied with tons of people, but I'm curious too if what animals and vegetations which I can see in these regions with this kind of climate?
Since the most common type of topography in this climate is low-lying plains, these plains mostly covered with either mixed woodland or grassland. Being a temperate climate, this is the first that we can see with 4 distinct seasons. Easily defined by the deciduous trees that mark this zone, whether in natural habitat or included within the cities here. Blossom in spring, green leaves in summer, yellow and falling leaves in autumn, and bare in winter.
That's nice to hear, Krishey. And you know what? In my opinion, these regions are very lucky because the moderate climate favors a diverse array of crops, especially in the field of agriculture. I mean, farmers could plant rice, nuts, cotton, tobacco, and many more, maybe depending upon the region. Since we have tackled earlier that even during summers, okay, there's still more chance of raining that probably could support this agricultural plants.
Right, Joms. Couldn't agree more. In addition, the more common plants or fauna species which have learned to adapt the regular climate conditions of these regions with humid subtropical climate are the evergreen and hardy trees like pines and spruce, as well as ferns and palm trees.
You know what, Krish? Those palm trees and ferns are not new to me because these are also common in our country, which is the Philippines, since we believe that these plants grow in warm weather condition regions. So can we talk and move on to the animal kingdom, which we can see in these regions with humid subtropical climate?
With fauna, humid subtropical climate supports many types of mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. To name a few, we have alligators, deer, and phantoms, which can be found most in the US. And we also have the world's largest rodents, which is the capybaras that can be found in Brazil's subtropical area.
Wow! I hope I can see those capybaras in person because they look so adorable, right?
So that ends our virtual journey about humid subtropical climate zones. We hope, Joms, along with your friends there, that you have learned a lot in this virtual trip.
Thank you so much, Jen and Krish, for a wonderful and worthwhile experience and journey even in virtual in this temperate zone, particularly on the humid subtropical climate. And to be honest, I learned a lot in this journey and I hope you too, guys.
Pleasure is all ours, Joms. Till your next visit here.
Bye-bye!